It's 2 in the morning. Your dog has a perfectly good bed of their own somewhere in the house, and yet here they are, circling your mattress, settling against your leg, taking up exactly 80% of the space, and leaving you the rest. Most people assume it's about warmth. Dogs get cold, you're warm. But your dog has access to sunny spots, radiators, a couch, and probably a pile of your laundry on the floor. If temperature was the only factor, they have plenty of options. Sleep is the most vulnerable state any animal can be in. Every instinct inherited from thousands of years of predator-prey dynamics screams at them to find somewhere hidden and safe when they go unconscious. Instead, they walk past every quiet corner in your home and climb next to a human 15 times their size. Researchers at the Mayo Clinic actually measured the sleep quality of 40 adults and their dogs over 7 nights using clinical-grade trackers. The data showed that dogs objectively disrupt human sleep. Between the movement, the repositioning, and the occasional 3 a.m. stretch, the physical interruptions were entirely real. But a researcher at Canisius College surveyed nearly 1,000 women and found a completely conflicting result. Those participants reported that dogs were less disruptive than human bed partners, and that having their dog in the room made them feel more comfortable, more secure, and more rested. If a dog physically interrupts our rest, we have to ask why our nervous system still craves their presence in the dark. Psychologists at Otvist University in Budapest adapted a classic human-infant attachment test, Ainsworth's strange situation procedure, and applied it to canines. This chart compares their results with human data. 61% of the dogs tested were classified as securely attached to their owners. That is almost exactly the proportion found in human toddlers. Seeking closeness to a safe person at the moment of greatest vulnerability is the core behavior in attachment psychology. It's the same proximity seeking, the same distress when separated, and the same relief when reunited. When your dog chooses to sleep beside you, they aren't being clingy. They are identifying you as the safest thing in their world. In 2015, researchers at Azabu University in Japan measured oxytocin levels in 30 dog owner pairs. Oxytocin is the neurochemical your brain releases when you feel bonded to someone, the same molecule that floods a mother's brain when she holds her newborn. When a dog and owner gaze at each other, both experience a simultaneous surge in oxytocin. This creates a self-reinforcing loop. Physical contact amplifies this effect. Just 10 minutes of petting your dog produces measurable drops in cortisol, your primary stress hormone, in both of you. Researchers tested this exact interaction with wolves raised by humans, and the loop didn't activate at all. The co-evolved chemistry is completely unique. This specific chemistry is shared by no other 2 species on Earth. Before agriculture and cities, roughly 15,000 years ago, wolves began approaching human camps, drawn by food scraps, fire, and warmth. In Germany, archaeologists found a burial site dated to 14,000 years ago, containing 2 humans interred alongside 2 dogs. One of those dogs had survived severe canine distemper, a disease that normally kills within 3 months. Someone had nursed that animal in intensive care for over 5 weeks. Geneticists have since discovered that domestic dogs carry unique genetic insertions in a region of chromosome 6. These specific sequences are directly associated with extreme friendliness. Wolves do not have those insertions. A dog climbing into bed is executing a biological imperative that has been actively selected for over 15 millennia. A 2024 study out of the University of Jyväskylä in Finland monitored 30 dog owner pairs to measure their heart rate variability. Heart rate variability, or HRV, is one of the best measures of how your autonomic nervous system is functioning. A high HRV indicates you are relaxed and regulated, while a low HRV means your stress response is activated. During rest, the HRV patterns of bonded dog owner pairs physically synchronize into a single pattern. When the owner is calm, the dog is calm. With unfamiliar humans, there was no synchronization. Sleeping beside your dog is an active neurological event. 2 separate nervous systems from 2 different species are physically co-regulating each other's stress responses through the night. If your dog has been sleeping beside you for months or years, and one day they stop, do not brush it off. Dogs are creatures of habit. A deeply established behavior disappearing overnight always has a cause. Sometimes the trigger is environmental. A new pet, a new person in the house, or a shift in your schedule can cause it. Dogs are exquisitely sensitive to changes in their territory. Other times, it's physical. Veterinary researchers note that changes in sleep location are one of the earliest behavioral signs of pain, appearing before limping or stiffness. In older dogs, disrupted sleep patterns are the hallmark symptom of canine cognitive dysfunction, which affects about 35% of dogs over 8 years old. Because your dog doesn't have language, a sudden shift in their nightly routine is the only reliable way they can tell you something is wrong. So the next time you wake up at 3 a.m. with exactly 6 inches of mattress and 80 pounds of dog pressed against your legs, remember what is actually happening. That physical annoyance is a biological expression of trust. It is the result of ancient evolutionary genetics, an exclusive oxytocin feedback loop, and 2 nervous systems built to co-regulate in the dark. Your dog chose you because you are their safest place on Earth, and the science suggests they might be yours too. Tell me in the comments where your dog sleeps tonight, and subscribe for our next video, where we look at the strange science behind why your dog stares at you with those eyes.